welcome and get ready. We're about to squeeze a full Cannes Lions Monday evening awards experience into a super fast highlight show. I'm Ria Hebden, and this is the first time Cannes Lions is letting everyone everywhere have access to the Lions Awards shows. Every day this week we'll be showcasing key highlights, lots of outstanding Lion-winning creative work, secret peeks backstage and some of the inside scoop from Cannes Lions here on the French Riviera. For those of you who are new to this, the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity has been championing creative excellence since 1954, with the goal of providing a definitive global benchmark for creativity that drives progress. And this week, thousands of brilliant creatives, marketing geniuses, agency and media professionals are here with us in the south of France to enjoy outstanding creative work from all over the world, with everyone hoping that they too have done what it takes to win a lion. So let's kick off with the 5 biggest stories from our first day here on the French Riviera. We return to the Palais de Festival for the first time since 2019. Thousands watch famous chess player Garry Kasparov open with a call to arms to the creative industry. It was a fast start for the United Arab Emirates at the opening awards ceremony of the week, picking up 2 Grand Prix. Havas Middle East Dubai and Impact BBDO Dubai both picked up 2 of the top prizes. It was a big welcome to lots of new people here at Cannes Lions. Over 40% of delegates are attending for the first time. This really is a new beginning for the global creative community after a 2-year absence. Fred Levron and Wendy Clark announced that Dentsu MB, Isobar and 360i will merge to form Dentsu Creative, which has got everybody talking. And speaking via video link, President Zelensky made an impassioned call for the whole creative industry to do more to support the conflict. Some amazing highlights from the first day of the festival, and here's some more. Let's go to the red carpet to see what was happening before Monday's awards show. We're here on the red carpet on the night of the awards show. Let's see how international the festival really is. Hello ladies, where are you from in the world?
Hi, we're from America. I'm from Los Angeles.
I'm from Utah. And I'm from Southern California.
From Canada.
Hey, beautiful. What part?
Toronto.
We are from Colombia.
Colombia!
We are from India.
India!
Hello.
Namaste!
From Ukraine.
Beautiful. It's a very important, powerful message that you're here today. Hello, welcome, welcome. Where are you ladies from in the world?
We are from Cambodia, hybrid advertising. Hello. Good to be at Cannes Lions.
Whereabouts are you from in the world?
Yeah, Brazil,
What part of Brazil?
São Paulo.
I'm from Brazil, but I work in Amsterdam.
I'm from Italy, but based in Switzerland.
Beautiful.
Spain, based in Switzerland.
Chicago.
Yay,
We're
America!
with Craft Times.
Are you having a good time?
We are. It's amazing. We're so happy to be here. We're going to rack up some awards and just be here and be present.
I'm from Barcelona.
Oh, beautiful.
And London.
Spain.
Toronto.
Gorgeous.
London and Fortaleza.
Yeah.
London. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Enjoy the festival. Bye. Now let's get into some of the great creative work that has already been winning the big prizes here at Cannes Lions. The Lions are cut into many categories, including film, mobile, media and so on. There are also Lions dedicated to specific sectors like the Health Lions and Entertainment Lions. Other Lions are devoted to recognising advertising and branded communications. They really do make a difference. The Glass Lion celebrates culture-shifting creativity, and the Sustainable Development Goals Lions celebrates initiatives that address the United Nations goals. For each of these categories, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of world-class entries from all over the globe. An international jury of experts in the field then selects a shortlist for each lion, and from this list, winners are selected to win bronze, silver, gold lions, and if there's a truly outstanding piece of work, a Grand Prix. So let's see what a Grand Prix winning piece of work actually looks like. Last night, the Farmer Lions jury awarded this accolade to VMLY&R New York for I Will Always Be Me. Winning a Grand Prix is the ultimate achievement. So let's see the work that won, and then we'll hear from the winners themselves.
They kept saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I think it's MND.
Roll right through, George, the next bit.
Almost everybody living with MND will lose their voice.
When I first had the diagnosis, everybody said, bank your voice, bank your voice.
Voice banking allows people with MND to create a digital copy of their own voice, so even after they lose the ability to speak, they can still sound like themselves. But only 12% have gone through with it.
You had to record 1,600 phrases. The average time it took was 3 months.
It was a lot of hard work, to the point that I actually gave up.
So we created the book, I Will Always Be Me, a new way to bank your voice. We worked with a New York Times best-selling author to create a story that gives people the words to express what they're going through.
People can tell their families that everything's changing, but I will always be me.
The way the book's been written means that all the different combinations of sounds are all in there. Everything we would need to synthesize a voice is contained within the text of the story.
Everything is changing.
My voice sounds a little different.
Sometimes I will even need help with the very same things that I used to help you with.
Everything is changing, but I'll always be me. And I will always love you.
I couldn't have written it any other way.
Here's my first sentence.
I just banked my voice by reading the book, I Will Always Be Me. I thought it was you talking. It's one of those voices that you won't ever forget. It's your mum's voice.
You ready?
Well, that voice is sexy.
You don't have to record thousands of different words and phrases anymore. A simple, short story is changing lives.
I will always be me. It's so true.
What do you think made your work Grand Prix winning?
I think we actually created a tool for people that have this disease. It's something valuable that they can use. It's not just awareness. It's something meaningful that's going to change their lives for the better.
What does it mean to you that you've won a Grand Prix?
I think it means that we're going to get more PR for the effort, which means hopefully more people will bank their voices.
And we can get our clients to do more work like this.
And it shows the value of partnership when you come together, that you can actually do things that change people's lives.
And I think, one of Dell's tenets is technology has the power to move humanity forward. And I think this demonstrates that perfectly.
And do something wonderful. So we got them together. Yeah.
And last question, what message do you have for everyone you've worked with on this project who aren't here tonight, who are back home?
Thank you. There's so many people that work on this. From New York, Amsterdam, London. Thank you.
Huge thank you, and huge thank you to Stuart Moss of Rolls-Royce, who brought us together. It was inspired by his father, who had MND, and we're just so grateful to be able to make a difference.
I'm joined now by the wonderful Angel Guerrero, founder, president and editor-in-chief of Adobo magazine. Angel, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here tonight.
And how is it? How have the awards gone? It must feel so great to have everyone there in real life after so long.
Oh my God, we waited 2 years to get back here on the Croisette and be in the Palais. So, the crowds were out there, the sun was shining, and at the awards night, it was full house tonight. So everyone was really pleased to go up on stage finally to get their trophies. And the judges were pleased to also be working together and talking and laughing and deliberating on the work. It was quite an experience to come back again here to Cannes Lions.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
So this is clearly a moving piece of work. Can you explain for us what it was about the winning piece of work that made it stand out and win the Lions Pharma Grand Prix?
Okay, so the Pharma Grand Prix uses technology to help people who are suffering from the motor neuron illness. So the first thing that people lose is their voice. And the voice is part of their identity.
Absolutely.
So the genius of this piece is they were able to use technology and banking your voice and reduce the time from 3 months to 30 minutes.
To record the voice.
To record the voice. So it was genius. And they use, the storytelling. So you had to write a book, you read through it, and it would record all the important sounds of your voice. So it's quite genius how they use technology to solve a problem. And it also matters, timing matters for these patients because, you know, over time you lose your voice and you might lose your identity when you can't speak. So it's helped a lot of people. And in the past, there were only 12% of people, you know, doing voice banking. And now because of this campaign, a lot of people have gotten to use it, and it's been good.
It's extraordinary. Now, Dell winning their first ever Grand Prix in the Farmer Lions seems quite a long way from their core business, don't you think? I mean, most people know them for their laptops.
Sure.
Do you think it's this reaching out into a very different area that has helped them to reach Grand Prix levels of creativity?
Absolutely. You will see that medicine and technology is intertwined now, and they use creative thinking processes to help. So Dell, being a tech product, is using this and using technology to help people who are ill. And I think more and more brands will continue to do this. I see the trend of that coming up.
It's wonderful. It's interesting as well in the case film that the agency didn't emphasize a purpose message. It's simply a computer business helping motor neuron disease.
But I think there's a lot of emotion in the video, honestly. I think it does show purpose. It shows how technology can solve problems. And it's so well told that, you know, even the jury president was saying it's an emotional piece. It tugs at the heart. So yes, I think I would say that it was a video that showed purpose to help other people find a solution to this illness.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Angel.
Not at all.
Okay. Do stick around because we want to get more of your thoughts a bit later.
Thank you.
Now, the magical thing about Cannes Lions is that anyone, anywhere can enter and has just as much chance to win a lion as anyone else. So we went looking for one of the teams entering the Lions and asked them to share their experience. This is the Watermelon Agency from Seoul in South Korea, explaining more about their entry.
My name is Chae Song, CEO of The Watermelon. So I'm managing the brand campaign group at The Watermelon. The name of our lion entry is Cheers Fan, and Cheers Fan was created for the brand called Anjuya. So as you know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, people really hesitate to go to bar. So instead of persuading people not to go to the bar, we decided to provide more enjoyable way of drinking. We actually were inspired by a short clip that was spread already on the internet. There was a woman drinking alone at home with stick holding glass attached to the fan. So that was the really starting point. Well, campaign itself was full of challenges. For almost 4 months, our journey was like a roller coaster ride every day. Because of COVID-19, we are not able to visit the factory to check the quality of our product. So we literally prayed every day. And then, thank God, real product came really nice as we prayed, as we planned. Well, I think our idea break the physical boundaries, and the idea itself has so much power. I think it can be appealed to a jury across the world. That's how I entered the Cannes Lion, and we also wanted to recognize by highest of honor in the advertising arena.
Good luck to Chad and the whole team with their entry into the award show on Thursday. Now let's move on. This is a fast-moving highlight show after all. Next up, we're going to the Lumiere stage in the Palais de Festival. It's literally 4 floors down from our studio. We're going to see Eugene Chong, Chief Creative Officer at DDB Asia, and this year's jury president of the Outdoor Lions in association with Clear Channel. We're going to see Eugene explain in front of our 2,000-strong audience how the Outdoor Lions jury spent a lot of time behind closed doors judging this particular lion, followed by the work they selected for the 2022 Outdoor Lions Grand Prix.
Can you be relieved to know that my remarks...
It's the next VT with Angel.
We want to thank Cannes Lion for not allowing the jury president to bore all of us to death. Now, I just want to take the next 60 seconds, it's a commercial, 60 seconds to make 3 points. One, if you are a client sitting among us here, right, please insist, no, demand that your agency give you great award-winning work. Give your agency a Cannes target. Make it a KPI. You know, why be a spectator when you can be an author of great work? What's more, you help all of us reduce the tsunami of horse shit, right? That's just, gushing at us, at our faces, right? You actually do the world, plenty of good. Point two, if you win a Lion tonight, congratulations. We recognize and applaud your talent, but please know that this divinely orchestrated synchronicity called luck played a huge role. And number three, to those who didn't win a Lion tonight, I know how you must feel, but please don't despair. I've discovered that not winning a Lion can actually make you a better creative. It makes you try even harder, and you'll win in the not so distant future. I promise you. So please enjoy the show.
Thank you, Eugene.
When I was growing up, I never saw women that looked like me wearing the hijab, and I feel like that hindered my ability to kind of dream.
النقاب عن أول حوض للسباحة معلق على شكل لوحة إعلانية في
The first ever liquid billboard.
아디다스는 최근 세계 최초로 두바이 해변에 액체 광고판을 선보였습니다.
Swimming is for everyone, like a billboard type setup, and Adidas there.
When I look around and I look at everyone, I feel that we are all the same in the water.
Amazing work there.
Yes.
So, Angel, tell us, what's the story here?
Well, it's Adidas, and it's work from the Middle East. So what they've tried to do is promote their Adidas swimwear for women. So one way they did it is using a billboard. Now, this is an installation where it's put on the beach, and it allows you to show, you know, how I mean, women from all over the world can feel represented in the sport of swimming.
It's so inclusive, isn't it?
It is, it is. So, you know, Adidas, as you know, is a brand that competes in sports, and they're hardcore sports people behind the brand and supporting the brand. But this is another way of making it more inclusive. And what they've done is, you know, women who are underrepresented now feel comfortable being, you know, able to swim. And they feel a whole part of it. So, you know, when you read the slogan, it's beyond the surface. It is really beyond the surface. What you think swimwear should be, swimming should be. So, yeah, the unrepresented group of women now get a chance to see themselves swim, and it breaks down the barriers.
It's so empowering, isn't it? It's clearly a great piece of work, but will it prove to be a controversial winner in outdoor? It is technically an outdoor piece of work, but it didn't run on billboards, did it?
Well, the thing is, outdoor, the experience is installation is still outdoor. It's moving away from what we know as 2D pieces of work on billboard.
Like traditional.
Yes, traditional. So it's more interactive these days, and how you react and respond to a billboard has gone beyond what you think a billboard is. Yes.
And is this a return to form for Adidas? I mean, this is their first Grand Prix since 2017.
Yes. Well, the thing is, the first one they had, I remember, was Adidas Vertical Football. It was similar, people playing football on a building. So years later, I mean, competition's really tough. You have Nike there doing what they do. So this is one way Adidas can come back and show that they're not just supporting people who are competitive in their sports, the hardworking sports people, but also other, normal people. Everyday people, yes.
And likewise for the agency Havas. I mean, this is the first Grand Prix since 2018. Sometimes a big win triggers a lot of similar campaigns. Do you think we're now going to see creatives playing with the physical format of outdoor?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think especially after the pandemic, outdoor sort of, took the back stage. But now I think more and more creativity can come from anywhere. Especially if there's an opportunity where brands will support brave work. I think there's a lot of creative people, a lot of creative marketers, and a lot of, creative agencies that love to do work like this. So it can come from anywhere. And billboards and outdoor is a great opportunity as people, start coming out again.
Wonderful. Thanks, Angel. Please do stick around. We have more great work coming up. Okay, let's now turn to some of the conversations on social. Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, is getting involved. He's extremely proud that Have a Word campaign has been shortlisted for the prestigious Cannes Glassline Award, given to work that seeks to challenge gender imbalance or injustice. Pretty impressive. Let's take a look at another one. Lucy Donor has said she's over the moon that Charlotte Alford and I have made the Cannes Young Lions shortlist for Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity. Thanks so much for the campaign against living miserably. And you can see their Sign to Stay has been shortlisted. Well done. Next, we have Anna Paula Costa. She shared a lovely photo there from back in, I think this is 26 years ago, compared to what the stadium looked like. Well, the Palais de Festival looked like many years ago compared to how it is today, which is lovely, just wonderful. I think we have just one more. Oh, no, that's it. Well, there you go. Now for something completely different. Here are some reaction videos of what happened when we showed some of the entries to this year's Lions to one of the most sceptical, creative, entertaining audiences out there.
Scene 3 apple, take 2. Next.
I want to ask you some couple of questions, if that's okay. Do you know what Cannes Lions is?
No, I don't.
No.
No. What's Cannes Lions?
So, I'm going to show you 3 adverts, and we want to know what you think about them. Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Do you have any adverts that you remember watching on TV?
Skittles. The Sonic ad.
Like Grammarly.
A giant girl that was with a skateboard and she was riding across the city breaking houses. Starts off in a different language. Oh, that is awesome. There's a giant lemon and it has a face. I can see a ball that is talking. A big fat lemon rolling down the road.
I guess Larry is regular to the people there.
It's like singing songs as it goes down the road. It's a pretty cool advert. I like that.
What do you think that advert was for?
Monster ball soup.
I guess for being yourself.
I mean, it says here, car insurance.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what score would you give that advert?
About 50 or something. 20? A 20. 8.4. 2. Oh, that is cool. It's like a robot monster. There's a robot monster on the car. Scary. Creepy.
Looks like the robots are spies.
Are they going inside the car? Having a dance party.
The dog seen the robot.
Oh, they're driving the car away.
The robots just stole the car.
They disappeared. It was kind of scary.
So what did you think that advert was for?
About a Hyundai. They're driving a car, so it has to be for a car thing.
Out of 1 to 10, how would you rate that advert?
10. 80. 30.
Probably a 6.
A 10 out of 10. It looks pretty sad. Now he ate all of his snacks and they're all over the floor. I feel like he likes shoes quite a lot. He has a whole wardrobe of them.
Thinking soft shoes were outside, wearing pajamas.
That's a cool grandma. She's wearing the same thing as him.
The grandma looks cool.
There's a cat with golden teeth.
And he has golden teeth. Everybody has golden teeth.
This is really funny, actually.
He seems like a rapper.
Oh, that was a pretty good advert, actually. Quite liked it.
What do you think that advert was for?
I don't know, for walking, maybe.
To wear pajamas.
I think maybe a crisp packet.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that advert?
I would say 7.6. It would give a 1,000.
A 4.
Probably a 7.
The 3 adverts I showed you, which one would you give that trophy to?
To this one. With the rolling ball. The Hyundai one.
The Hyundai.
This one.
The robots?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Aw, aren't those kids just brilliant? Now, one of the things that has made Cannes Lions the undisputed global benchmark for creativity in advertising and branded communications is that it's judged by juries of world-class experts in every category. Well, that and the judging process is famously torturous, taking up to a week of 8-hour days in some categories. No one has ever been allowed to see behind the scenes of this process, but in a world first, we're now going to do exactly that with the people who spend a full 12 months planning, preparing and organising the world's most respected awards for creativity. Here is the Cannes Lions judging team.
My name's John Branfield and I'm Director of Judging at Cannes Lions. So once an entry has been submitted through CannesLions.com and the entries come into our bespoke systems, we have 3 checks that happen to ensure that the work is being presented in the best possible light to our juries. So for many Lions, entrants choose to send us physical materials to support their entries, and in particular we see that in the Design Lion and in the Industry Craft Lion. The judging portal shows the jury all of the digital assets that have been presented, which might be films or images, as well as showing any written submissions that have come in so the jury can review that as well. As you will be aware, we have 29 Lions that are judged at Cannes Lions, and each of those Lions have a separate jury. As soon as Cannes Lions finishes each year, the selection of the jury almost starts immediately. For those that don't know, we have representatives based in each country of the world, and they'll put forward their best talent from their region, from their country, so that we can select them as potential jurors the following year. Once we've briefed in our president, we'll then have a jury briefing where all the jurors can meet each other. An aspect of judging that people may not be aware of is that we have a data integrity partner. PricewaterhouseCoopers come in and they look at all of our judging systems, all of the votes, all of the rankings, and check that nothing untoward is going on. They've been working with us for nearly a decade now, and it's a partnership we value. Creativity is at the heart of everything that Cannes Lions stands for. So although during the first rounds of judging, each entry is receiving a mark, and that mark is used as a guide for our jurors, the final part of judging is deciding whether an entry is worthy of winning a lion. What is most important is that they discuss fully what makes that piece of work great. The Grand Prix represents the best piece of work entered into the Lion that year. To win a Grand Prix is an absolutely incredible achievement, and only a handful of entries out of the thousands we receive will actually be awarded. 2022 will represent the 11th Cannes Lions I've worked on and the 10th Lion I've worked on site in the south of France. It's such a privilege to see these incredibly talented individuals talking about the work, talking about creativity, and talking about how it can change the world for good and also be great for business.
A massive thanks to the judging team for their hard work. Let's move on now to another of Monday night's big winners. The Print and Publishing Lions are one of the longest running lions and keenly fought over. Behind me you'll see the first ever Grand Prix from 1992, an iconic campaign produced by McCann Milan for Levi's. This striking campaign really paved the way for print and publishing entries to come. So now let's look at this year's successor, the 2022 Grand Prix for Print and Publishing, and after that we'll meet the winners.
Lebanon is collapsing.
The scale of the crisis for ordinary Lebanese people is evident everywhere you look.
It is out of petrol, internet, electricity, food, medicine. The coming 2022 elections, however, provide a glimmer of hope in providing some stability. But the current government, in a bid to hold on to power, has been making excuses to delay elections. Excuses such as the lack of paper and ink to conduct elections. So to defend democracy, An-Nahar, the newspaper of the people, decided to publish the country's much-awaited 2022 elections edition by not printing it. Instead, An-Nahar donated the paper and ink from the unprinted edition to print voting ballots.
تحت عنوان مطبعنا الجريدة لنطبع صوتنا للتاريخ، أن الصحيفة لم تصدر طبعتها الورقية اليوم وستقدم الورقة والحبر لطباعة جزء من مستلزمات انتخابات عام 2022.
تصير الانتخابات بأي طرق من الطرق لازم تصير الانتخابات.
Found at every newspaper distributor in Lebanon on February 2nd was an empty news rack with a message explaining our cause and a link to an online edition. Trucks delivered that day's entire supply of paper and ink to the government's printing associate. The non-existent issue went viral. We had sparked a movement which people joined to ensure that elections happen. Press, private, and recycling companies also supported the movements.
We will support this movement with all our resources. The elections have to happen on time.
Even election candidates spoke up for the cause. An-Nahar had revived hope amongst the Lebanese for true change to take place. With the unprinted edition, we didn't just save paper and ink. We saved democracy. As of now, the Lebanese elections are scheduled to go ahead as planned. And the government has stopped mentioning the shortage of paper and ink to print ballots.
Okay, so firstly, congratulations. What do you think made your work Grand Prix winning?
Do you want to answer that, Benny?
That's a tough one.
Well, it is a tough one, but I think the jury president put it well. It's sort of a meta entry where it's a print winner, but the print edition didn't actually exist. So it transcends that boundary of print itself.
So what does it mean to you to have won a Grand Prix?
Look, I mean, this is, well, winning a Grand Prix in Cannes is massive, but it's also important because it means that the message that we wanted the world to receive was very well received. And this amplifies it by 1,000 times.
So, we're fighting for change, we're fighting for democracy, and thus, puts it on steroids.
And lastly, what message do you have for all the people you worked with back home now that you've won this award?
Oh God, we miss all of them. We wish everybody could have been here. But do you guys want to?
For sure. We say congratulations to all, and maybe next time we'll be all together here, right? This is just the beginning.
It's the second Grand Prix for the same client,
for sure.
So maybe there's a third, who knows?
How clever was that? Angel, isn't this the funniest award ever? A Grand Prix for print and publishing that didn't seem to include any print or publishing.
Well, yes, I think what's important here is to show how print and publishing has moved as a category. You would think you would need a printed piece of paper, writing on it, and that it's out. So what's unique about this particular piece is in Lebanon, they're suffering through quite a bit. And the government decided, they use all excuses not to run an election. So one of the excuses was, we don't have paper and we don't have ink, so we might not have the elections.
Interesting.
So what happened was the ad agency, in fact, Ali Rez, who's the winner of this campaign, mentioned to me earlier today that his business head went to Lebanon and said, oh my God, did you know that the government's not going to run elections because there's no paper and ink? So they had this client, who's a newspaper, who's won a Grand Prix before, and asked them what they thought, if they could donate the paper stock and the ink. So for a day, they didn't publish, they didn't print, and they said, read online, and we're donating the paper and the ink to the government so they could hold the election.
Oh, that's so interesting.
It's very clever, yes.
So is a Grand Prix coming from a country as economically challenged as Lebanon very unusual? I mean, does the tough environment make it easier for everyone to get really creative?
Well, when the environment is tough, people talk tough too. So, I think this is the case, in Lebanon, where they couldn't tolerate the fact that elections won't happen. And things are really bad there right now. They're running out of fuel and things like that. So creativity abounds when there is something you need to solve.
Okay, and this isn't the first Grand Prix that BBDO and the An-Nahar newspaper have won together. They also won in print and publishing in 2019 with the Blank issue, when they published a newspaper with no words to underline how the Lebanese government was doing nothing to improve things. Is it unusual for lightning to strike twice and the same combination to win 2 Grand Prix then, 3 years apart?
Well, it takes a good ad agency, a great client, and partnerships. So, and not only that, the client, print in that region is a trusted medium. So people are still reading print. So the relationship between the client and the agency is remarkable. In fact, I want more clients and agency to produce work that means a lot to the people, especially this time.
Absolutely.
To Lebanon.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Angel. It's been great having you on the show today.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that was day 1 with 4 more to come. Tomorrow we'll be looking at the winners for some of the most dynamic lions, the Entertainment for Music Lions, plus design and some of the craft awards, where we are expecting to see some very beautiful pieces of work. Now, to close today's show, we're going back to the red carpet to hear more from some of Monday night's winners.
I am here at Cannes Lions 2022. I'm on the awards talking to some of the winners.
With this lion, me voy a ir a la Contralora.
With this lion, I'm going to celebrate with my team, who I owe everything to.
With this lion, I'm going to be inspired to win the next one. With this lion, we're fighting to end the abolishment on the Plan B bill in Honduras, and this is just the beginning.
With this lion, we're not going to stop dreaming, we're not going to stop believing, we're not going to stop doing more.
We're going to be fighting for people who have been fighting for their lives, their communities, and their countries. We will continue fighting the cause with many more campaigns like this.
We run!
With this lion, we motivate ourselves to win the next one.
With this lion, I'm going drinking. And that's it for Cannes Lions Awards. Monday, the first day, 2022. Congratulations to all the winners. We'll see you tomorrow.